Hi everyone, welcome to the Gypsy Caravan. I'm Shan. So for today's video, I'm actually getting ready to go to a freelance. But the makeup idea I had in mind was like a really fresh face with like a super intense bold lip. And I know bold lips can sometimes be a little bit intimidating, especially if you're not really a bold lip wearer. So I was thinking, how can I make the makeup look that I want to do translate or be relatable for someone who is watching or sees me wearing this type of makeup? And I feel like I've come to the conclusion. So for today, I'm going to be showing you how to wear your bold lip, or how I like to wear my bold lips at least, because the thing with makeup is that you need to pick something that really stands out in the makeup, and that would be your focal point. So today our focal point would be the bold lipstick shade. So the way in which I like to wear it is keeping everything else minimal and super pulled back and just letting the lipstick speak. If you try and pair that with a really deep eye or a really intense eye makeup look, your face then starts fighting for attention, and that's not what good makeup is about. So now that I've done explaining the rules of makeup to you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media, and let me just show you how to do this. It's super easy. It's a really simple makeup look. If you don't have high makeup skills, or if you have really advanced makeup skills, this is just for everyone. Just pick your favorite color lipstick and let's play with makeup. So like I said, I am technically getting ready for a freelance, but this isn't a get ready with me. I want to show you how to do this. I am going to start with eyes, because even though I did say I want to keep the rest of my makeup like super fresh and super minimal, I do want to put something on my eyes today. But I'm going to show you how to wear something on your eyes that doesn't fight with your lip color, or what's the word I'm looking for? Contradict your lip. Contrast? You know what I'm saying. So I'm going to prime my lids as always. I'm going in with my Painterly dense fluffy brush. This one is a 535 special edition. They don't make these anymore. It was a Christmas collection brush by MAC. But however you prime your lids, honey, you do it. You go in and prime your lids. I'm also just going to set my lids with a little bit of translucent powder. I am just using my MAC one. I want that eye base to be baby bottom smooth. Okay, so for the eye look, I know it's a lot coming in with a super huge palette like this, but there are two specific colors in this palette that I love working with, and they just do the trick. This is my Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. It's the original one, so the first palette, because she has two. Two colors I'm going to go in with are these two here. You can see there's almost nothing left of them, and I'm hitting pan on them. I'm going to mix these two, and I'm going to put them in my crease and on my lid. These two shades are just the most amazing transition shades. They have the most skin-like or skin tone-ish undertone that is there just to give the eye a little bit of a bruising and a little bit of a sleepy look, but without looking like you're not wearing anything, if that makes sense. Because like I want to look like I'm wearing something, but I'm not. So yeah, so I'm going to mix these two together. Oh, and the shades are Silk Cream and MFEO. So if you don't have this palette, just like take a good look at the eyeshadows. You need something of that effect. And again, the crease, I'm just going to use that same fluffy brush. And then we'll swap over to a dense packing brush when I get to the lid. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick this in my crease at first. And you can see like it just adds a little bit of color. It's not technically there to add color, it's just there to give a shadow of a bruise or a sleepy bag or something, even though I have literally just woken up, so my eyes are still a little bit bloated from sleep. Okay, so now that I have the crease down, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to mix the exact same shades. I'm going to put it on my lid. I'm going to use a packing brush to do that. This is the 239. Literally the exact same thing. You're going to mix Silk Cream and MFEO together, and you are going to pack this onto the lid. Get it in everywhere. Take it down to your lash line. Take it up to your crease. Just get in there. And then in between, make sure to blend out whatever the lid has joined in your crease. Make sure to just blend it out so that you don't have like that definite harsh line. Like, we just need this to be, you know, a diffused wash of color over the entire lid, so that when you do close your eyes, it just looks like one gradient or wash of color. You know, we don't need to know like, oh, that's your lid, that's your crease. We don't need that. But if you want the color to just pop a tiny bit more or to show up a little bit more, then you can of course like go in and do that. So for me, like if I were to just deepen it the teensiest bit, I'll go in with a little bit of this color, which is butter, like a tiny bit of that, maybe on the lid, just to bring in some color. In fact, let me do like a little bit just to show you what that would look like. It's still within the same sort of undertone as the rest of the shades we have used. I'm only picking up like the tiniest bit, but it's just a little bit deeper, so it's just going to bring a little bit more depth and dimension. But I am only keeping this on my lid space. Okay, so we'll come back to the eyes because I need to now obviously do underneath the eyes, but let's do the skin because the skin is a little bit more tedious, but absolutely worth it if you want to create a fresh face look. I do have a tutorial called something to the effect of backstage skin. That's pretty much my everyday makeup routine, just about. I do tweak it now and then, but I have so many fresh face-esque tutorials on this channel that it's actually disturbing that I don't do anything else. But the difference is that I'm going to be doing it with a powder today and not a liquid foundation. So I also have a tutorial on a powder foundation and how to apply it the way I do to make it look glowy. So should I even be filming this? Like I said, I just pretty much woke up, I had a shower, I washed my face, exfoliated, all of that. I am now going to go in with a little bit of an eye cream. This is the, I still don't know how to say this. It's in French, but it's an eye cream. I'm going to do the smallest little blob, even though that's actually not small at all. I am just going to massage this underneath my eyes. I want this area to be really super plumped up and super hydrated, because once we start going in with concealers and the eyeshadows underneath the eye, if the eye is really dry and like crepey, nothing is going to sit and nothing is going to not crease. Everything will crease up. So it's always good just to make sure that this area is super hydrated and primed and prepped, if you will. I'm also going to prep my lips using my Skin Protectant by Elizabeth Arden, especially if you are working with a really dark, intense, bold lip color like I will be doing today. Then this area needs to be soft and supple and not cracked, not dry. None of that, because nothing looks worse in my opinion, especially if it's a bold lip or a dark lip or a black lip. Girl, nothing irritates me more is when I can see that your lips are crusty and the lipstick is not sitting nicely. Like, it just doesn't look like velvety, and we need this to look velvety. I'm also going to give my skin a couple of spritzes of this Tatcha spray. Just because it is a super hydrating spray, and it also adds a really nice glow to the skin. So when I work in all the other extra products that I need, to the face, this is just going to amplify that glow a little bit more. Okay, so for moisturizer today, I'm going in with good old faithful, my Strobecream in the shade Pinklite. And I'm just going to take a generous amount and really work this product into my skin. I absolutely love Strobecream because it's just a really rich cream that is great for dry skin. So if you have dry skin, this cosmetic grade moisturizer is beautiful for you because as you can see, it just gives the skin that really natural-esque skin-like glow. There have been a couple of times where I literally wear this as a foundation even, just because it's so beautiful. Okay, so because like I said, I wanted to do a powder foundation vibe today, we are going to need to, especially with a glowy skin, we're going to need to put down all our cream products first and then apply our powder over. So I'm going to move now already into contouring. With my Fenty cream bronzer, this is the Cheekside cream bronzer in the shade 01 Amber. Looks a mess, so don't get a shock when I show you, because I have dug into this. I've only had this for like a year and it's already almost done. Let me get another one. And then I'm just going to be using my 164 angled cream contour brush to apply this to my skin. And what I am going to do with this is I'm going to contour my face. And what's really nice about putting all your cream products down first is that your skin is already warmed up from massaging all that moisturizer in. So this is just going to blend out super easy, number one. Number two, if you are a little bit heavy-handed, like I can be sometimes, then putting your powder over top everything will just mute it a little bit, so that it's not like over the top, because remember, we are still trying to create a fresh face look, but I still need to sculpt out my face. I cannot not have, I cannot skip contouring or dimensioning my face when it comes to a fresh face, because my face is very round and I need angles. Okay, then just as an added measure of making sure everything's blended, I'm just going to go over everything with a damp beauty sponge. This is my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I absolutely love this sponge. I haven't used another sponge, but this one's my favorite. So I'm just going to push that into the skin. For blush today, I'm going in with one of my favorite cream blushes. These are the Glow Play blushes by MAC. This is in the shade that's Peachy. The reason why I'm going with a peachier shade as opposed to like a pink or a nude, I'm going to use my fingers to apply this in the areas where I would like my blush to sit, is because normally when I do flush, I do go red. I don't go pink. I flush red, and it's not pretty, and when I have makeup on, you don't really see it. So it's just nice to actually have a blush that makes me look healthy and not sick, because I feel like when I flush and when I go bright red, it looks like I've been running 10 laps on the school field and it just doesn't look pretty. So if I can cover that with makeup and actually just add in a tone of blush that makes me look warm and bronzy and just not like that, then I'm going to go for it. And then of course for my cream highlighter, I am going to go in with my tried and true, which is Hush. It's a cream color base by MAC. And again, I'm just going to warm this up with my fingers. And I'm going to apply that to the areas that I would like to have highlighted, which is generally just like the very tops of my cheekbones going into my brow bone. It's like almost in a V, like that. I am going a little bit over everything just because I want to maintain that like overall glow effect. So I am doing it that way. Alrighty, so now that we have done all the like sculpting components of the face underneath, before we put down our powder foundation, I'm going to go in with concealer just to conceal some of the areas as well, because of course I can't do that over powder. So that's what's next. This is just a sample of it, but it is the Waterweight concealer. I doubt they make this at MAC anymore. I don't think they do. But basically it's just a sheer coverage concealer. It is a little bit brighter than my skin because I do need just that extra like lift in my face. But I used this for a video previously and I just fell in love with it again, so I'm using it. This is in the shade NC15 Waterweight Concealer by MAC, and I will just be blending that out with my sponge, but I am going to be applying it with my fingers again, just because I feel like I'm just going to decant a little bit on my hand there, just because again I feel like using my fingers, it will warm up the product, push it into the skin better. It will make it a little bit more long wearing as well in doing that. But then I also just have control over my concealment. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit and dot it in my inner corners and just start to blend that out. Which is fine, I can always just pick that up with the sponge. But in doing that, in it being such a liquidy, water-based concealer, it sits light on the skin. It's not heavy at all. Just taking my sponge, I'm just going to blend all of that out. And just pick up any excess that may have occurred in my heavy-handedness of applying. Okay, so like I said, the powder foundation that I really like is the Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. I am in the shade NC20. I am almost on my way out, so that sucks. I'm going to be applying that just with a blush powder brush. Sorry, this one is by Isabella Garcia. It's really nice because it's tapered in, so I can get into like my nose and stuff. If you want, you can totally use like a sponge or a puffer, but if you want the overall effect to be quite natural, I feel a brush is far better to do that. I'm just going to pick up what is left of my Pure Powder foundation. I have another one, but I don't want to use it until this one's like absolutely finished. Saving the environment. Cool, so now that I've got, I'm just going to dust off the excess, and I'm going to push this into the skin first. I'm not going to swipe, I'm going to push. Now just to zhuzh it up a little, I'm going to go back in with my spray. A couple of sprays of that. And then not picking up any more powder, I'm just going to go in with my brush and I'm going to push that spray into my face. If you really want to like really get in there, you can take your sponge that is still a bit damp and you can go over your powder with that even. This is really going to push in everything, smooth it out, make it like really pushed into the skin and like super seamless. Let's get back in doing the eyes. I'm going to go back in with my Jaclyn Hill palettes, same brushes. I am going to pick up my packing brush first, make that little mixture, and I'm just going to run this underneath my eyes. Just like that, and then with no additional product on the blending brush, I'm just going to blend that out. And I'm just going to round out and diffuse the end here so that it doesn't look like super obvious. Okay, getting into brows now, I'm just going to brush them up to keep in with the fresh face model of duty vibe, I'm going to go in with my favorite brow product right now, which is this NYX Thick It Stick It. And I am just going to brush my brows back and up with this product. I'm not going to fill them in because, like I said, I want this to be very natural-esque, nothing like heavy and intense, nothing too made up. So I feel like in keeping the brows brushed up, we would have achieved that. And then I'm also going to keep the lashes super natural. I'm going to go in with my MAC Gigiblack Extended Play Lash Mascara vibe. It's a really small wand, so it's literally just going to comb through my lashes and give them some length and separation. I don't want anything like thick and clumpy, which is why I didn't go in with my Fenty. Well, not clumpy, just like dramatic. I just want them to be like separated and natural looking. And shit, I got mascara on my lid. It's fine, I have a hack for that. So for highlighter, I'm not going to highlight my face. My face I feel is as it should be, but I'm going to go in with a highlighter. This is my Soft and Gentle from MAC that is also well and truly on its way out. I'm just going to use this to bring some life back into my eyes. So I'm going to highlight underneath the brow and my inner corners. So just picking up that fluffy brush, I'm just going to dust a tiny bit of Soft and Gentle up at the top there. And the reason why I'm going in with Soft and Gentle, because it literally is the softest highlighter I have in my kit right now for my skin tone. It's not heavy, it's not beaming, it's not overpowering. It's just, it's soft enough to highlight. It's intense enough to highlight, sorry, but it's also soft enough to just look ethereal. You can also use an iridescent powder if you wish. I am just going to put a little bit of that in my inner corners, just to waken up that area a bit because she's looking a little dull there. Cool, and that's pretty much the fresh face portion of it. I am going to quickly get ready and get dressed and do my hair and all that because I don't like putting clothes on over a dark lipstick. So I'm going to do that quickly and then I will be right back to finish this video. Cool, so now I'm dressed and accessorized and ready for my freelance. It's a maternity photo shoot, so I didn't want to like look sad. The bold lip that I have chosen for myself today is kind of like an oxblood-ish red glossy lip, and the reason why I went for that specific combination is because I watched like an old video of a YouTuber I used to follow a while back, and in this video she had this lip combination and I'm like, I haven't worn that lip combination for myself in so long, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so obviously we've prepped the lip, of course, and I put concealer around my lip area to keep it quite clean. Cool, I am going to go in with my lip pencil. It's not going to match my lipstick whatsoever, but I don't have a pencil that matches, so we are just making do with what we have. I'm going in with Stone by MAC, just because it's a deep pencil and it's the best I can do right now. I'm just going to line and fill my lips. My lipstick of choice for today is a collection lipstick, unfortunately. Sorry about it. It's called Straight Fire. It's essentially like it's a matte, right? It's a matte red lipstick, but it has like a maroony kind of gold reflect in it. So if you want something similar, I can't guarantee that it's going to be matte though, but if you do want something similar, this is from MAC by the way, it was part of their Shiny Pretty Things collection. If you want something similar but not matte, I can't guarantee that it's matte, you can do New York Apple, that is very similar to this, or like Dubonnet, or not MAC Red. There's something else. There's a lip gloss that's called Pepper something that's very close to this. So There's lots of alternatives that you can reach for, but this is my favorite. So you can see it's matte, but it has that like goldish reflect in it. Almost kind of looks like maroon, but not really. I am going for oxblood though. So you can see it has a little bit of a shimmer-ish to it. You can go a lot deeper than this. Like I would have also done like a dark brown or a dark purple, but I just felt like wearing this delicious red. I am also going to be doing the matching like lip gloss that came with the collection. It's also a lip gloss from MAC. Obviously this is Rosebuddy, so you can see it's fairly similar. It's also maroon. It also has like chunks of gold and maroon glitter in, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, like just look at that juicy red. Okay, well it looks red in the camera, but when I'm looking at it in my mirror it actually kind of looks maroon. Regardless, it's a feckin' boss combination. And when we actually did launch this collection on counter, I was still working at MAC obviously, and I swear on my life this was the lip color combination I wore almost every single day. Like I think that tester was run down purely just because of me. This is the completed fresh face bold lip look and how to wear it. The best way I feel to really maximize the effect of wearing a dark lip or a bold lip or a bright lipstick, if you want to do like a blue and a green and a yellow excuse me, because they have those colors available now, is to really just keep everything very minimal, very pulled back. Like I've done, keep the skin quite balmy and fresh, and you know, like I said, you can still do your sculpting aids like I've done, but do it all underneath so it looks like it's part of your face structure and not something that you have added on. My skin's starting to get itchy now. Or even better, like just don't wear it with anything at all. I find a bold lip looks its best and looks sexier when there is nothing else on the face. So like just a powder foundation, some highlight, slicker mascara, and nothing else. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope to see you soon. I mean, I'll be around. That's what I'm trying to say. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like this video and leave a comment of other videos that you'd like to see on my channel, or any suggestions that you may have of things that you'd like to see on my channel. I will be out of town for the next month and a half, almost 2 months. But I'll still have content up here and running for you if I remember to post it. So be sure to look out for that. Also, if you want to follow me while I am traveling, I do have another account on all my social media platforms that you can check out, which will be under this handle here. So be sure to look at that. So I will leave that link to my other channel up there for you. Other than that, oh, I just realized I left my door open. Oh, aesthetics. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, wherever you can, refer the Gypsy Caravan. Bye!